to Gingerforce Apocalypse, the podcast. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Josh.
And we're back in the new year of 2024. How you been, Josh? What you been up to?
Lots of work and little sleep.
Fair enough. I'm sure you been able to squeeze some gaming in there, though.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah? What you been playing?
We're playing a little more VR and trying to get more into like just streamlined PC games.
Solid. Which ones?
Mainly Lethal Company.
Oh, tell me about that one. I think we were talking about that one beforehand, and it looked awesome.
It's a pretty fun scavenging game. You're basically an astronaut in a hazmat suit, and you go to other planets, pick up scrap metal.
Nice.
And then you sell it to a, 50,000 foot tentacle alien.
I'm into that.
So
I think what I'm really into, though, if I'm being completely honest, is the mod you told me about, where you get the bugs jump past you and they go, yippee!
The yippee bugs are
It looks adorable.
very fun, yes.
And if that's the game we end up playing, especially for a game stream, immediately all I'm doing is modding that so that it does that, because I need it.
It's definitely a need for a lot of people.
No, you said that's a multiplayer one, isn't it?
Yes.
How many people do you play with?
Or
do you play online, or do you play with like friends you know, or?
Really, right now all I've done is play with about 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
But with mods you can have up to 32 to 40 people. But once you get past the 24 mark, it tends to get very laggy.
That makes sense.
So.
Yep.
How about you? What have you been playing?
A lot of World of Warcraft. Seasons of Discovery. I don't remember when Seasons of Discovery came out. I can look that up real quick. But no, I just started playing it pretty much right into the new year. Me and some of my friends made some Night Elf Druids. I'm loving him. Mine's Baloo, because I wanted to be a bear, so obviously I had to go with Baloo. But I spelled it like the color blue, but with an A in there, because Baloo as in the Disney bear was taken. I digress. But Seasons of Discovery has been a lot of fun. It's the new era, I think, of WoW Classic, so I've really been enjoying it. It's definitely a lot more intense, I think, than Wrath of the Lich King, mainly because the money actually matters. Because you can be broke as hell, and then that means you're not upgrading any of your moves. Not saying you don't have to pay for your moves in Wrath, because you still do, but keeping your money all in one spot, it's a lot harder, especially if you don't do the auction house or anything, which we do, so it's been easier than I think other people have been having. But people are actually hanging out in the main Night Elf city, though. Darnassus has been popping, so.
Okay.
Also been trying to get farther into Kingdom Hearts, which I've been having a lot of fun with. Some parts are really frustrating, though. I absolutely hate the camera mechanics sometimes. But I'm in love with the Peter Pan level, because you fly around with Peter Pan, and it is so cute, and it is the flying is just extremely well done. It's very smooth and dreamy, I think, is the best way I can describe it. And I've of course been replaying Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, because I'm done talking about it. I want to replay it. Well,
That's fair.
Not done talking about it. I'm obviously going to do a game review of it eventually, but I'm done talking about playing it, is what I should have said.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love that game. It's so good. And I keep forgetting how good it is, and there's just so many aspects to it that are just too good. So those have been my top 3 I've been playing lately, is the World of Warcraft, Seasons of Discovery, Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and Kingdom Hearts.
Sounds like you've been definitely getting a lot more gaming in than I have. Oh
yeah, multiple. I think I played... Me and the guys played World of Warcraft for like 8 hours the other day. It was a good session, and it was a lot of fun.
I'm sure you had loads of fun.
You should join us sometime. It'll be great.
I will do so.
Yes.
When I'm not tired from work.
Fair enough. What's your class? What do you play?
I honestly don't remember. I know I made an elf knight from the Wrath of the Lich King, but I don't think I've made another character yet for
Seasons of Discovery.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No, we just got to level 23, so we can definitely help you out with some stuff.
That would be very helpful.
I mean, we could also just start level 1s too, because the I'm not good at the math of it all, I'll admit. I'm very surface level when it comes to things. I actually made a really big mistake last night that I got roasted for, which was hilarious. Because we just did this whole long quest line in Westfall. We have to kill all these people, collect all these like freaking face bands, headbands, whatever. And there were 3 options for a reward at the very end of it. One was a staff, one was a chess piece, which is perfect for tanks, by the way, and I don't remember what the third one was. It was in red, so I didn't even look at it, because red means I can't use it. And I got the staff because I thought it looked cool. And my friends were like, "You got the chess piece, right?" And I was like, "No, I got the staff." And they literally went like, "Dear God, why? Like, you're the tank. You needed the tanking chess piece. You're a bear most of the time. You don't even need a staff." I was like, I ended up pausing the stream because like it was such a baffling decision, and I was so embarrassed. Well, the worst part is it's soulbound, and I don't know if you know this, but for one, it's a soulbound item, which means some items you get, even from as quest rewards, you can put up on the auction house, so if you don't get it, you can just buy it later, whatever. Someone's selling it, right?
Yeah.
Soulbound items you cannot sell on the auction house. It's either you keep it on your person and you wear it, you hoard it in your bank, or you sell it. You can hawk it to vendors for, cash.
Yeah.
So there's literally no way for me to get that chess piece.
Well, I guess you could say that was a colossal goof.
That's the word for it, a colossal goof. It was...
I bet you'll know for next time, though.
Yeah, the next time I want to level up a character to 23.
Well, you said you wanted to start off at a level 1,
I do, but that quest line is... Well, we'll take you through it. You'll understand.
I will look forward to that.
You should. Was it... Oh, we are a little... Sorry, you still haven't changed it. We're going to talk about the Steam Awards, because those happened. When did those happen?
December.
December, that's right, because it was like the best of the year, end of 2023 Gamer Awards. So let's talk about those. Let's get into some gaming news. So it looks like Baldur's Gate 3 won the coveted Game of the Year award, which honestly doesn't surprise me. It was the most... at least from my limited scope, was one of the most talked about games ever. Popular for a multitude of reasons, not just the alleged rich storyline and attractiveness of the characters, but the personalization of many different aspects.
Many aspects here.
So I'm absolutely, even put up against Resident Evil 4, I'm absolutely not surprised that the user-run awards system Baldur's Gate 3 absolutely beat out.
But see, even with Baldur's Gate winning, I didn't hear much of Resident Evil talked about, like, even before the Steam Awards was brought up. It was mainly towards, the middle of the year for about a month or so, and then it just fell off.
I forget, this was the remake of Resident Evil 4, wasn't it? Or was this a new game? I don't remember.
I would say it was a remake, but then I could also be lying, because I don't really...
I know, I'm so not up to date on my Resident Evil knowledge. It's bad. It's a fun game, though. We played some for Halloween.
Yeah, we
should get more into that, because that shit was fun.
Yeah, especially the whole screaming parts. Yeah. Anyways.
Alright, moving on. The VR Game of the Award. This one got you, pun intended, a little steamed. Yeah!
Indeed it did.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to the Labyrinth game.
Labyrinthine.
A game that I have never heard about
Me
until
either.
it won.
Apparently the users thought it was the best VR game of the year.
And it's not even...
It's VR compatible, so I guess the bar must be pretty low for that.
But,
There are actual VR games that either came... I can't remember if it... Didn't the Five Nights at Freddy's VR game come out? I'm surprised that wasn't even a finalist.
But
that's an actual VR game. You can't even play that without the PlayStation VR system.
Right, but this is for general Steam VR games.
Isn't the Five Nights at Freddy's game on Steam? Or...
Maybe, but
let me double check that.
I'm not exactly sure.
I thought it was, because I mainly mentioned the PlayStation one, because that's where I looked it up on. I'm certain that it's available on at least... Why isn't it opening? Yeah, I might be running too many things at once. Or it might already be open. Okay, a little pause for technical... Oh, never mind. Of course, when I try to fix it, I just shouldn't touch it. Anyway, so let's go to the store, because I'm pretty certain the Five Nights at Freddy's game is on there. And especially with that movie coming out last year, you'd think it was at least a finalist.
There was a movie?
Five Nights at Freddy's?
I'm
Oh,
joking.
I was going to say, like, yeah, Help Wanted 2. That's a new game. Yeah, it came out right at the end of the year, so it could have come out at the...
Right, but this was right at the end of, the Steam Awards beginning, so it's
fair enough. Yeah, it'll probably at least be a finalist for this year's, because Five Nights at Freddy's, as we're all aware, is absurdly popular.
A little too popular.
I agree. It's a lot.
It's an interesting game, but after the first 3 or 4, I feel like it's more of just like oh look, another one.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was at, and the only Five Nights at Freddy's game I actually ended up playing was Security Breach, which I actually really liked, at least aesthetically. I thought it was really aesthetically well done. I liked the design of the characters, and the design and concept of a mega pizzaplex, which is essentially like a Chuck E. Cheese, but if Disney took it over and made a Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah.
Now, isn't that what the Party Freddy, or the guy with the giant lightning bolt on his chest?
Yeah, that's the game he's from. Vanessa, I'm a Material Girl name. But no, yeah, I thought it was really well done, but after a while, the what's it called? Not just I know you're talking about the game releases getting old, like there's another one.
Yeah.
Yay. But no, even in that game, one of my bigger complaints is the jump scares just get really old. Like, so early on in the game, they got me, and they got me hard. Oh, no, never mind, I'm not going to say it like that anymore.
We'll be right back.
Get that! They got me good. I had some really good jump scare moments, like the classic screaming freaking streamer moments.
Yeah.
But after a while, I was just like cussing out Chica. Like, get out of my face! I'm trying to get past you! It's not my... But that's just a long digression away from Labyrinthine. Hot take is not a VR game. So we don't understand, especially this guy who's big into VR, don't understand why it won.
Why not Ghost of Tabor, people? Why?
Right? Come on, people. Why would you vote for Labyrinthine over Ghost of Tabor? Or even, it wasn't even finalist, but there was a new Forest game that came out, and that's not a VR game either, but that one is VR compatible. So
The Forest game.
The Forest. Have you ever played that one? I thought I told you about it. I thought I knew Sons of the Forest, I think is the name of it. Yeah, okay. Oh, never mind. That's not out yet. It's supposed to
come out this year?
Oh no, it did come out. It was released via early access in February 2023. Oh, wait. It's early access.
Is only for a certain amount of people.
Okay, it's supposed to come out next month. Okay, that's why. And that's not even... Is that even Yeah, it is a sequel. So The Forest is... Too long didn't read. The Forest, plane crash, you're on a deserted island. You can play with up to 3 friends for a total of 4. You're looking for a lost child and have to survive on a cannibal-infested island. It's actually a lot of fun. I never really got super far in it because me and my friend who were playing it just ended up screwing around a lot.
That would track.
Yep. But it's a lot of fun. But again, that's one of those that it's not a VR game, it's just VR compatible.
Yeah.
And I think as VR becomes more prevalent, which it already has been, as you know more than I do, but I think as VR becomes more prevalent, I think the distinction is going to become clearer, so maybe we'll get a more rounded out category.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just being too nitpicky.
Probably.
Alright, so the Steam Awards also have one called a Labor of Love Award. Now, I think that's just... What is the Labor of Love Award? What constitutes that reward?
I could not tell you, to be honest.
Because the winner this year was Red Dead Redemption 2, which even in the description of the award set establishes this game has been out for a while. So the fact it did not come out in 2023 and it won this Labor of Love Award does show that obviously Red Dead has a lot of staying power, especially the second one. People really like it.
I mean, followed up with the finalists of Rust.
It's based on the updates and such like that.
Oh, okay. Like,
It's
so
based
it's
on if you're still working on the game and such.
okay. So basically, if it has DLC and people really like it, it can be
Updates, DLCs.
These devs continue to nurture and support their creation.
okay. So you can update the game, offer DLC. Okay, so it's an ongoing thing. It's not just okay. We released it. We're done. We're still expanding on it. We're still building the world. We still want to give y'all new missions, new skins, new storylines, whatever.
Well, with Red Dead Redemption just being, yeehaw, Skyrim and GTA 5 and everything else like that.
Yeah, Skyrim.
There's consistently things that need to be fixed, added, and tweaked just slightly.
I would love to play this game. I've heard a lot of good things, and it looks up my alley for gameplay. And I'm interested in those kind of open world games. Like, I think I never got anywhere in Skyrim. I think I spent like 2 hours on my character and then never played the game again. It was not a good Brit gamer moment, but I would like to. It looks fun, and I like cowboys, so yeehaw Skyrim it is.
Yeehaw Skyrim it is.
Okay. We've also got the best on Steam Deck, which is obviously Steam Deck being their handheld console they put out. And
essentially a glorified Game Boy.
yeah, and that looks like a Switch.
Yeah.
And the winner for that one was Hogwarts Legacy, which I'm actually surprised for as many as this one was nominated for. Well, I say I'm simultaneously, if this is possible, surprised and not surprised that this was nominated for a lot but didn't win a lot because of a lot of BS with the J.K. Rowling controversy, which I roll my eyes at even calling it a controversy because not even gonna get into it. We'll just keep it at I roll my eyes at calling it a controversy. The Harry Potter franchise is very well loved, but with all the political BS, I'm pleasantly surprised that it at least won this one. It must be really good for handheld devices. I am curious about Brotato, though, which was one of the finalists in this category.
I have played Brotato.
Is it cute?
It's fun. It's a very addictive, as you see, survivalist shooter. Essentially, you just keep upgrading your stuff over and over again and survive your levels and become the strongest potato there is.
I love that. Kind of like Enter the Gungeon, but with potatoes.
Exactly. But you're only in one room.
Oh, nifty. I'll have to add that to my list. I like cute games like that.
Full circle here.
Yes.
Better with friends.
Yay. So these must be, great multiplayer games.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Sons of the Forest. It actually does count because it was released on early access. But no, the winner was, of course, Lethal Company, which this was done by a furry artist, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that's already got kind of a leg up there because if you're a popular furry, man, you've got the internet.
Got it beat.
And we were talking a little bit about this one. This was the scavenging game, the yippee bugs, and all that.
Yes.
And this is a strong contender for a game we're gonna end up playing. So I think it's gonna be cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun listening to you just, there's a bug, and then death.
I'll probably suck a lot at the beginning of it, because like Jake the dog said, you gotta suck at something before you get really good at something. But as I learned last year with playing Doom, I'm actually pretty good at first-person shooters. So I think once I get used to the mechanics and the rhythm of the game, I think I'll be a real sharp bug shooter.
Well, there's no guns in this game.
Oh no? How do you attack?
You don't.
What do you do?
You run.
I must have missed something there. So you just run?
You hide.
Oh.
You try and survive, essentially.
There's
There's only one world that you can get a shotgun from, but you have to basically trick something else to get its weapon.
Okay. Okay, so I definitely just absorbed that game footage we watched earlier very incorrectly. I thought he just wasn't shooting. You can't shoot unless that special circumstance happens.
Yes.
Okay. I still think I could have fun with that.
You essentially just run around with a flashlight and try and scavenge.
Okay. That changes a little bit of my perspective, I'll admit. But I think we'll still give it a shot, and I think we'll still really like it. I also like that Party Animals was involved in this, because I kept seeing that on my coming soon on the Xbox Game Pass thing, and obviously haven't played it yet. But it's cute, adorable animals in one of those massive party games like Fall Guys, or what was that other one you told me?
Gang Beasts.
Gang Beasts, yeah. And that just looks fun, I think. There's nothing wrong with a good party game, just something to break the ice and entertain each other with, that kind of thing.
It's always fun beating people up as an animal.
Yes. Especially when they're just adorable, a little corgi. Let's see. Outstanding visual style. It doesn't have to... Let's see. The description of this one is that visual style doesn't aspire to real-world graphical fidelity, though a noble goal in itself. It describes a distinctive look and feel that suffuses an entire game. So something like BioShock, which obviously was not nominated this year because it did not come out this year. But
Correct.
I remember I watched a friend play BioShock a long time ago, and it sucked me in with the gorgeous game design, and I want to play that bad, but that's an aside. Just a description. The winner for the 2023 Steam Awards for this game was Atomic Heart, which another reason I brought up BioShock is you were saying that it's basically Russian BioShock, isn't it?
Yeah.
And why don't you get into why you think the viewers at home and the gamers at home decided that this should win the Outstanding Visual Style Award?
Definitely not because of the robot babe in the back of the cover art.
I think we all know it's the robot babe in the cover art.
Especially what you get to do halfway
bots.
through the beginning.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's that?
You get to mess around with twin bots.
No way. Oh,
You can put them together, break
oh
them
my,
apart.
that's
Twin bots are the best bots.
different.
2 is better than 1.
Apparently. Well, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be into it.
Speechless.
It was up against some pretty strong contenders, though, particularly High on Life, which I have not... One of the many, many games last year I didn't get to play yet, but I did see some game footage of it on OFTV, and it's very unique. It's a very goopy looking game, but the style is very cohesive. You can tell it's all one world and all the same species. And it's well done, it's well animated and all that.
It is definitely a fun game. I've played a little bit of it. I think I'm like halfway through the game. And it's got an interesting storyline as far as what you do get to explore without the DLC that's released for it. And if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, the voice actors are a part of the game as well. So
I liked Rick and Morty. I thought it was a funny show. It was good. I'm not gonna say, like, I understand why it was a phenomenon. I do think it's a little overblown in some ways, but that's, I think, more of a conversation for another day.
I was about to say, you better watch your mouth. It's a great show.
We'll put a pin in that one.
Mm.
It was also up against Darkest Dungeon, which I have watched a lot of gameplay of that as well. Not on the internet, though. I've got a couple friends who are really into that game. I haven't seen much of the second one. It's mainly the first one, I think, they've been playing. But the art style for that is very... I like it as well. My only complaint about Darkest Dungeon is it's literally what it sounds like. It's a dungeon crawl you're walking through. And I just find it interesting that as you go, you can go back and forth between rooms. It's not recommended for many reasons, but you can do it. So they're 2D characters, but their animations only go back and forth when they're walking. They never just flip and turn around. So it's very simplistic, which can be to its benefit, but
Yeah.
it's a fun game. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching it. The next one in the series of awards is the most innovative gameplay. Starfield won. What do you think of that one?
Not particularly fond of this one winning a first place award as well. it's like in between a really great game that's finished and a game that was rushed to be finished.
Yeah.
It has a lot of the same bugs as Fallout 76 had
Mm-hmm.
when the game was released. And if I remember correctly, it's running off the same, like, basic models and placement styles of loot and content. So it's, to me, it feels like it's a rinse and repeat type game.
It's like Fallout 76 in space.
Yeah.
But somehow not as fun.
Well, Fallout 76 wasn't fun
No.
for me either. But, I mean, I see quite a few people that are, like, religiously playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go, hey man, you enjoy that game.
Right. I think Fallout New Vegas is the one that's, like, everybody loves and everybody plays, and Fallout 4 was a really good one, too. I don't remember which one I watched someone play, but it looked like fun, and it's on my list for the year, especially with the...
I won't spoil that one for you.
Please don't. I'm even upset that I know the ending to BioShock. I wish I'd never watched someone play that to the end, which thankfully I didn't watch, like, a game streamer do it. I was hanging out with, like, a friend, but still, if I, like, just... It's still a really good story, and I still really want to play it, but I'm actually really upset that I spoiled that for myself by watching someone else play it. So... Yeah, don't watch BioShock game footage if you haven't played it, unless you don't intend to play it. If you intend to play it, don't ruin it for yourself like I did.
Or do, and just still be better towards the end of the game.
I mean, let's see, the other contenders for most innovative gameplay. Remnant 2 was in the running for that. I liked Remnant 2. I actually got to play that quite a bit last year.
I do remember seeing a few of your streams on Remnant. It does look...
It's so fun. That's on the list for sure.
Definitely.
Especially because it's on Game Pass now. So
I will be downloading that when I get home.
Yes, please. I need to make sure it's downloaded on mine too, because holy crap, is that game fun. I want to get closer. I want to finish that this year. It's cool.
Well, it's only the first month of the year, so you got 11 other months to go, so...
Woo! And Contraband Police was also in the running for that one. And that just sounds kind of tedious to me. I'm not gonna lie. The way you're describing it. Please describe the gameplay.
I'm only describing it based off of what I've seen on
Mm-hmm.
TikToks and little bits on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
You're basically just border patrol,
Mm-hmm.
and if somebody comes by with some fake driver's license, you kick them out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
You can punch them. Basically assault the driver and just go, hey, I'm gonna tear your car down bolt by bolt, and then basically arrest you.
I'm not really sure. Like again, I'm saying this blindly, so it's hard to say. But I'm just wondering. I know it's. Sorry, I'm trying to find words here, and I know it's the gamers, the people who actually play the games, not like a committee like the Oscars or the Academy Awards or whatever. It's the people that choose this award. So a lot of it is ultimately a popularity contest, but I still would love to challenge the people at home. Like, when you're voting for this, again, I didn't vote this year, so I don't know what the voting process looked like, but it's just my long-winded way of saying there should be a box that says, what is innovative about this gameplay? Because I would love to hear what's groundbreaking about Starfield or Search and Destroy, the frickin' game.
Yeah.
Is this... Okay, there's a few more awards to go through on the Steam Awards. Best Game You Suck At Award. I would be great at this category because I'm not great at some video games. Sifu won this one. I'm just gonna go into what this one is a little bit because I haven't played it myself. It's a realistic third-person brawler with tight kung fu combat mechanics and cinematic martial arts action, embarking you on a path for revenge.
Sounds like Samurai Jack, just with extra steps.
I mean, I'd play it. I play Samurai Jack the game, which actually, is there? I don't know if there's a Samurai Jack game out, but if there is, I want to play it. And if there isn't, I'll play Sifu.
I've only heard of like 2 of these games that are on this awards finalist, which would have been the Overwatch 2 and then Lords of the Fallen, but
I know. I didn't even know Street Fighter 6 came out last year. I didn't.
I didn't either. I guess we don't
We're
pay
doing.
attention to it that
We
much.
we really should do better at our jobs as game journalists.
We should.
I
New
mean,
Year's resolution: be better.
yeah, do better at our own jobs. I do like. Was it is that FIFA? I know FIFA's soccer, so. World's game. It just says FC. I don't do sports ball, but it's FC 24 was in the running for best game you suck at. So, I mean, sports games are still extremely popular for, I think, good reasons. And I would probably be, I probably would have voted for this one because I would have been really bad at this game. Probably had a lot of fun doing it, which encompasses the award, I think, or the
Yes.
category at least.
I would agree.
The Best Soundtrack Award went to The Last of Us Part 1, which I think was some kind of remaster or re-release. And I will say, I played a little bit of The Last of Us Part 1 last year, and I like the gameplay. I'm really frustrated in the level that I'm at right now, because frick, it's hard. But I guess people must really like that soundtrack, and I remember the music being good. I can't hum any bars of it or anything, but I liked it just fine. I probably would have gone with Persona. Which Persona is this one? Let me see. Okay, I thought it was Persona 5. It's Persona 5 Tactica, though. I think the music for this is a lot more memorable, in my opinion. I probably would have gone with this one.
I would kind of be lost on that one as well. I haven't heard any of those or played any of these games, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of these are games I haven't heard of. Like, I don't even know what Pizza Tower is. It looks funky. Kind of looks like it was made by the same people who designed the Mellow Mushroom logo. 2D... Oh, yeah, I play the crap out of this. I love 2D platformers. It's inspired by the Wario Land series, too. Overwhelmingly positive. I'll probably just have to add this to my list. It's a $20 game. Yeah, it's a $20 game, and the DLC is the soundtrack, so you must just really like listening to this pizza game. Outstanding Story-Rich Game Award, another win for Baldur's Gate 3.
It's two awards already.
You don't sound impressed.
It was a given once the game came out, because the amount of love this game got on almost every single social media platform is astounding, really.
Oh yeah. This was definitely a game people have been not only waiting for a while, but even new fans, newbies like me who's never heard, like, or even just in passing heard of, like, Baldur's Gate. It's like, what is this? Then you hear you can date the players, and it's kind of gay and super poly, and you're just like, I'm down!
Yeah. Now, I see another game in the finalist section.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Lies of P?
Yeah, it's some kind of... Isn't it based off Pinocchio? I think so.
I feel like you've played this.
I've just heard of it a lot more, I think. And it literally says tell the truth is the... Oh, wait, hang on. Souls-like that takes the story of Pinocchio, turns it on its head, and sets against the darkly elegant backdrop of the Belle Epoque era. I'd play the crap out of this. I've never played Dark Souls, but I do love the design of this game. It's very pretty. I like this era of style and fashion and all that too. And the fact that it's lie, tell the truth, it seems like it's a choice-based game, which I've always been a fan of. Even when I was younger, I didn't play a lot of them, but I did play Epic Mickey, which is... Did you ever play Epic Mickey?
I've seen it, never played it.
It's cute. You can get different endings depending on the choices you make. I loved that one. I love Life is Strange. So... Yeah, Lies of Peace seems like one I would absolutely play the crap out of. But obviously Baldur's Gate was going to beat out all of these. I will admit, I'm a little intrigued to see a dating sim, the first dating sim in this whole thing, as a finalist. Love is all around. You get to choose like one of 6 women to love forever. I'm not objectively against dating sims. I'll say I think they're cute. I've had a lot of fun playing them myself. I don't love the live recorded ones. They kind of weird me out.
It really does. 'Cause you can definitely tell if they were uncomfortable or not during the whole recording.
Yeah. Do you play dating sims?
I don't. I'm, in fact, married.
That's fair.
I'm playing the real life dating sim.
You're winning the real life dating sim, really. You've already won. She married you, bro.
I'm already in the lead. It's just time for you guys to catch up.
I feel like I've been issued a challenge. I don't know about y'all. And finally, the Sit Back and Relax Award. Just chill games that aren't like super like high intensity. They're not heavy, at least from what I'm seeing from the finalists, not exactly super story based. Some of them, yes. I assume Train Sim World, no. Train Simulator, probably not.
People will definitely get heated over their trains. Don't
I'm
get me wrong.
sure.
So I don't know
Yeah.
how that's even in a running for a Relax Award.
Fair enough. Dave the Diver looks cute. I assume you're a diver who goes down and sees what you can find. Yeah, it's a casual single-player adventure RPG featuring deep-sea exploration and fishing during the day, and sushi restaurant management at night. That's cute. I would probably spend way too much time playing that.
Yeah.
Either that or it would... I can already predict my own future with this one. If I were to try it out, it would go exactly like my experience with playing The Sims, which is obsessively binge it for 3 months and then never touch it for 5 years.
I could totally see that happening too. It definitely looks interesting though.
It looks cute, and it's a 8-bit style, which... it's based off of 8-bit. It's not like... Well, it's pixelated, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm being too pedantic when it comes to that, I think. But City Skylines, probably... I'm getting SimCity vibes from this one. Yeah, Rise of City from the ground up. It's SimCity. And Potion Craft is one that looks pretty cute, witchy. Oh, it's 2D. I love that. An alchemist simulator where you physically interact with your tools and ingredients to brew potions. You're in full control of the whole shop. Invent new recipes, attract customers, and experiment to your heart's content. Just remember, the whole town is counting on you. That looks nifty.
What was that one game on mobile a while back, and then it was put into a PC game? I think it was Doodle God. You would just tap and drag, and you would make stuff.
I can't say I know. That doesn't sound familiar to me.
It was a fun game, but it looked very similar to this Potion Craft. You would just make stuff together, and eventually you're just straight crafting things. So.
I'd probably just end up playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Though I will say I do want to give Potion Craft a fair shake because it does look like cute and it's a unique art style and
Yeah.
I dig it. Alright, that's that for the Steam Game Awards. I'm intrigued to see what games are gonna make this year's awards. We're now out of 2023. We're into 2024. Let's see what's coming out in 2024. Our upcoming contenders for all of these different categories. Those are the games. Well, got some new DLC coming for Dragon Ball Kakarot, as well as a new just Dragon Ball game in general. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Let's see what that's about.
If I remember correctly, the Sparking Zero is definitely a spin on the first few Dragon Ball Z Budokai series games, as well as the Tenkaichi. It's just kind of like a continuation.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Is it like a fighting game? Or?
It is a fighting game.
I do like fighting games. And I'm really getting into Dragon Ball lately, and I plan on watching more of it, so I definitely got to put some Dragon Ball.
She's actually pretty good at fighting games.
Thank you.
From the trailers that I've seen for the Sparking Zero, they add in all of the new transformations that Goku has.
Nice.
The Ultra Instinct,
I
the
love
blue, and
Super Kawaii Vegeta.
I think that one's in there too.
It's just
Just
Vegeta. It's Vegeta's Ultra Instinct, essentially. We just like to call it Super Kawaii Vegeta because
Sparkle eyes.
for some reason, have you seen Dragon Ball Super? Oh my gosh, we have to
I
pull
have
this
seen
up.
Dragon Ball Super, but I believe that's Superheroes, isn't it?
No, it's definitely Dragon Ball Super. Vegeta. I don't remember if it's specifically Ultra Instinct or if it's just one of the transformations. No, it's not. Okay, so it's not Ultra Instinct. Goku's really the only one who reaches Ultra Instinct in that tournament, the Tournament of Power, and but I think it's Super Saiyan Blue or 2. It's one of Vegeta's later transformations. So when Goku goes through his transformation of the same type, he's just still Goku, but Vegeta is still Vegeta, but he's got like the sparkle eyes like an anime girl. So that's why I like to call him Super Kawaii Vegeta. Let me see if I can find this. I don't know if it's gonna work. I probably just have to go through the transformations. Super Saiyan Blue too. I think that's it. I don't want the action figure. Anyways, his eyes get all sparkly and blue like an anime girl. Might have to look it up later. There's a tangent anyways. But oh. Oh.
It's a lot more sparkly in it.
Yeah.
But he gets all sparkly and stuff whenever he moves.
Nice.
It is kind of adorable, but it is a little off-putting only in the sense that, not off-putting, distracting is the word for it, because everyone else still has their normal eyes. They're just kind of, blue, but his get all sparkle-tastic.
Have you seen his ego form?
Ultra ego.
I don't know that I have.
So you know the whole Super Saiyan 3 Goku where he doesn't have eyebrows?
Yes.
Yes.
There's your...
That's my man's.
There's your anime eyes.
To get so much power, you lose your eyebrows.
And no eyebrows.
I don't love that version. I'm a Vegeta stan. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fangirl, but I don't love that.
But from what I've seen and heard in TikTok videos, he essentially has got the same level of power as Ultra Instinct. He's just...
It's his ego. No, that makes sense.
a lot more cocky than he should be, but,
I mean, that's just Vegeta, though, I feel like.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But no, that one's out January 28th, so right coming in on the end of the month. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan, definitely look forward to that. I'll probably...
We'll be buying that day one, so...
Yeah, that tracks.
Gotta complete the set, Mm-hmm. I own almost all the Dragon Ball Z games.
Oh, solid.
So...
Alright, I think, at least for me, I'm ready for a little break. So I'm gonna go take that real quick, and then we'll continue on.
Break time.
Woo!
And we're back.
And we're back indeed, Josh. Let's see, what's new on PlayStation Plus this month, shall we?
Go right ahead.
I'm a PlayStation girly, so I'll take over the PlayStation stuff, and you can do the Xbox stuff.
Sounds fair.
Woo!
Well, I'll definitely be sticking with the master race of consoles, so... it's just going to be an ongoing thing.
Debatable. I'm still a little salty that Xbox now owns my precious purple dragon, my Spyro. I'm a little salty about that, I'll admit.
Buying a lot of stuff from PlayStation, so get ready for a lot more titles to become...
I will give you one thing I do like about Xbox over PlayStation, which is the console storage.
Yes.
The console storage is so much better on Xbox and PlayStation. I hate even saying that, but, you can't fight the truth.
Well, I mean, there's things you can do for the storage on the PlayStation.
Yeah, you can get a separate hard drive, which is good, but, like...
You can put a SSD card for, like, a motherboard on a computer inside the PlayStation.
Yeah, but that
10 minutes. 10 minutes. You just pop off the side panel, screw it in, and you're
Fair
good to go.
enough, but the Xbox Series X does already come. Is it the Series X, or did I say that wrong? The big black one.
The big black box?
Yeah, the big
Yeah,
black.
that's the X series.
Okay, just making sure I said that right. That already comes with built in with like a terabyte of storage, though, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Anyways, back to PlayStation, my baby. The monthly games this month are A Plague Tale Requiem, which, according to the description, overcome a brutal world twisted by supernatural forces and discover the true cost of saving those you love in A Plague Tale Requiem. Use a variety of weapons, tools, and unearthly powers while attempting to find safety. Just based off the description alone and what little gameplay I've seen, this kind of reminds me of The Last of Us, but with superpowers. So,
Okay.
I don't know how on or off base I am on that, but it looks like fun. I'd play it. I am being told that's not the case at all. So, I guess I'll just have to play
This just
it.
in, you're wrong.
Right? Oh, you're correct, Josh. I am completely incorrect on that one. Okay. They're really into their Western games on this. I think the last one was Weird West, but this one is Evil West, which is not the same game at all. I don't even think it's by the same studio. Save the United States from a horde of bloodthirsty vampires by unleashing hell with your firearms, lightning-fueled gauntlet, and gadgets. In Evil West, visceral and explosive combat.
What is that one
It looks cool.
older style shooter, Bulletstorm? It's kind of what this feels like, but with vampires.
Oh,
Because the guy's got like a charged up hand and he's running around with guns.
I don't know anything about Bulletstorm, but honestly, all three of these games, and I haven't even mentioned the third one yet, but they look really cool. There's a lot of times with these monthly games that I'm just like, pass. But I'll probably, again, I was just complaining about the PlayStation storage, so I don't know about downloading the games, but I'll at least add them to my library so that if I decide I want to play them in like 6 months, I'll play them.
When you finally...
When I figure out what I'm doing with my storage. But
Yeah.
I am technologically... what's the
Challenged?
Challenged, yes, that's exactly the word I want. I'm technologically challenged. So...
It's okay.
It's
I
a
can
skill
help you
issue.
out. We'll definitely have somebody help you.
Sweet. I'm down. Well, you've already been a big help to the streaming. I gotta give you your props there, because you showed me how to do the restream stuff, so now I can... right now just doing the OFTV and Twitch, but once again to other platforms, like, I already have YouTube set up, but I'm still coming soon to YouTube, Brit Rochelle and all that. That's still coming soon, but I'll start streaming to that as well, and I want to research Kick a little bit more, but
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about Kick, so... Well, that's
Also on the fence about cakes.
maybe that's what we should talk about next week. Let's talk about Kick next week.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Coming soon.
The kicks.
The kicks.
You'll get a kick out of next week.
Oh, Josh. But the third game on PlayStation Plus this month is going to be Nobody Saves the World. Without even reading the description, I want to bet $1 to donuts the main character's name is Nobody. Solve quests and master the art of transformation while swapping between several distinct forms, including slug, ghost, dragon, and more in Nobody Saves the World. Well, it's a 2D game. I'm into it. I really like that the 2D art style's been coming back. I feel like a big... I actually don't know. When did this game come out? I'm going to look that up real quick, because it looks new, but that's just because I haven't heard of it. So you could tell me, like, the Alien franchise is new, but I have previous knowledge with that. But if I didn't, I think it was new. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to nod and agree.
That's fair. I might not be making perfect sense right now, and that's... I can admit that. I'm just saying, even if you haven't heard of it and have no prior knowledge, everything's new to you, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to get at.
$25
Ooh.
for a game that came out in 22.
It must be good. It's a dungeon crawl game. That sounds cool. So yeah, that's if you need a new dungeon crawler that's not Darkest Dungeon, maybe Nobody Saves the World is for you.
It is also on Nintendo Switch, is what I read at the bottom of that screen.
This seems like a game that's made for the Switch. Kind of like Brotato.
Yes.
I thought Brotato... Those kinds of games look perfect for handhelds. And that's it for the monthly games for PlayStation Plus. So
Wow. 3 games.
that's pretty average. It's usually 2 to 3 games. Usually 3, I think.
Let's go ahead and
Look, there's a lot more on PlayStation Plus, but let's get into Xbox. What's coming to the Game Pass?
let's see here. Let's get down to this extensive list of games.
Okay, before you get into that, I do want to explain PlayStation Plus. Those are just the 3 monthly games that come exclusive to Game Pass, that come exclusive to PlayStation Plus for that month only. There's a whole other library of games that are there until they're off, pretty much, kind of like Game Pass, but PlayStation Plus just has some exclusive games that are only available for that month, which once you add them to your library, you can play them forever, pretty much. But if you don't download them in that month, you have to pay for them after they go off sale, essentially.
Sounds like exactly what Game Pass did before PlayStation Plus was a thing. It's almost like the whole Android and iPhone thing.
Except Androids are obviously superior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But iPhones have been just ripping everything they can off of Androids.
That makes sense.
PlayStation.
We'll fight about this later. Tell us what's coming to Game
Back
Pass.
to this extensive list for Xbox.
Coming to Game Pass in January.
We've got Close to the Sun. On the 3rd of January, it's already out.
Yeah, we're filming here on the 11th, so some of these are already out.
That is not what I meant to
do.
do. I thought it said search, which is what I clicked.
Obviously, it wasn't.
It's a survival horror game.
Okay.
It
was a first person.
Yeah, it looks kind of interesting from the... Yeah. It's a...
God bless Brave Browser. They're so literal. For reference, he clicked close to the sun, or he clicked images on close to the sun, and he got a lot of images from space of,
a close-up on the sun.
Of the sun, yeah.
Kind of looks like a similar art style to BioShock.
It does. It's very BioShock-esque. BioShock-like? Is that going to be a new, Souls-like adventures? Is it going to be BioShock-like?
Yeah, kind of what it seems. I mean, you can get the whole Wired Mega Bundle for $280.
Ooh, what does that entail? It looks like a bunch of games. Oh, Wired. That just looks like a bunch of games from the same studio.
Yeah, but that's 17 games for $280.
Well, let's do the math on that. I love math, and that's the sale price too.
Yeah, you're only saving 15%.
I mean, 15% or more. No, we're not
you can
sponsored.
save yourself 15% or more on car insurance.
Not yet. We don't have sponsors yet.
This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow
Stop!
Legends.
No, we're not. So
wait.
Oh, what the?
You added on to what I was already typing.
Obviously missed that.
279.
48 divided by how many games?
17
games. That's 1644 per game. That's not too bad. That's not horrible.
Well, why don't you go and add 15% to see how much that would have been per game? Because it's already taking off 15%.
That's algebra. I don't have the brain for algebra right now. Unless you want to do it. I'll let you do that. I'm using my, I'm playing my bimbo card right now and letting you do it.
It's just under $19.
Still, I
$20 a game, essentially. Looking pretty good. But we're getting way off topic here.
Yes, very off topic here.
Let's see. Hell Let Loose. Another game I haven't really,
Never heard of this game.
Yeah.
Multiplayer tactical first-person shooter. There we go. That's my frickin' territory. My territory is first-person shooters, fighting games, and platformers. That's what I can do.
But see, are you even good at first-person shooters?
Have you watched me play Doom?
No.
I'm actually pretty good at Doom.
Kind of looks like a Medal of Honor, playoff, really.
Yeah, 1 second. Get! about to edit that out.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Starting off in World War II, first-person shooter with epic battles of 100 players with infantry, tanks, artillery, and a dynamically shifting front line. Looks interesting if you're into the whole shooters in World War. Wow.
I love World War II based. Like, I don't do a lot of war movies, but for some reason, if it's about World War II, I'm in. Like, all in. I don't know, that portion of history, especially as we get into more modern days and look back on it, gets quite interesting.
It does.
Yeah.
Now, I would have been sold on this game if it wasn't for this little screenshot here.
Of the graphics, it looks like gameplay footage.
It really looks like it was a copy-paste of Wolfenstein and Medal of Honor when they first came out.
Okay. I see what you mean. I get Wolfenstein vibes from it without it's obviously, it seems like Wolfenstein minus the supernatural elements.
Yeah. It's very low-grade-esque, like, quality work.
I will say I'm okay with low-grade graphics as long as the gameplay is good. But if you have janky gameplay and janky graphics, then it's just...
Yeah.
Like, Final Fantasy VII is still a classic, from what I understand, fantastic game, even when you play the original polygonal version. Like, not the high fidelity super anime remake.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, aside from my terrible critique on this game, it's got outstanding reviews from Metacritic and a few other top names here, like
yeah,
PC Games, GameStar.
NME, that's what I'm actually familiar with.
Makes one of us here. I don't know who NME is.
I think they're media journalism, but I think a lot of them do. I'm familiar with the more musical side of stuff, like My Chemical Romance did covers for them and whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now everybody's favorite overextended game line, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, was put onto Game Pass 2 days ago. Doesn't really take much explanations for Assassin's Creed, but, you know.
It's Assassin's Creed and God of War.
Yeah.
Or at least with God of War aesthetics. The good old Nordic.
Yeah.
Although, if I were to play any Assassin's Creed game other than, obviously, the original, I would probably play Valhalla because I like that imagery. Nordic culture is quite interesting. I've heard it's a meh game, I'll admit, but I could be the judge of that. I've played Five Nights at Freddy's, Security Breach. I've played meh games before.
Meh games are somewhat good games at some point. You just gotta find the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Figment. I've never heard of this game. Kind of looks like a children's story inspired game. You've got what looks to be a small creature just doing some storylines and puzzles and such like that. Let's see. Super Mega Baseball, another sports game.
I'm actually really excited about this one. I've wanted to play it for a long time.
Which one? The Happy Few?
Mm-hmm. I remember when it came out, and I'm obsessed with, like, I like dystopian stories. I was in that, like, era of the Hunger Games and Divergent and The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys and all that. So We Happy Few is in my wheelhouse, at least in terms of story. Gameplay, again, I haven't played it, but now I can. So I have to play it.
And look, it's on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR.
That looks like a really good game for VR.
You got it on PC and Xbox.
I'll probably just play it on Xbox. It's on Game Pass. I have Game Pass.
Resident Evil is coming out on the 16th.
Woo!
Those Who Remain. Have you heard of this game?
Nope, I have
Neither
not.
have I. Let's take a look.
New.
Interesting graphics. Looks
Looks
like a
good to
very
me.
horror game. Might be going up against ghosts. We've got some
Oh, that's freaky.
hands through the walls.
Ugh. Some Phasmophobia vibes.
As the lights go out, the embers of darkness are stoked in the sleepy town of Dormont. Confront uncomfortable horrors, keep your sanity in check, and survive the night in the story-driven first-person psychological thriller.
Ooh, this would give me the heebie-jeebies.
Kind of sounds like Paranormal Activity, just as a video game. If if Paranormal Activity wasn't already a video game. And then Pal World. Haven't heard about that one either.
Please be cute.
Oh, wait.
It is
I
cute.
saw something about this earlier.
Yeah?
Essentially, how it was explained is it is Pokemon with guns.
What? Oh my god! It's like a Pikachu Totoro thing.
So, kind of...
With a machine gun.
This would be the first time that I've seen...
Is this multiplayer?
It
Is it?
is online co-op.
And, oh my gosh, we have to play this one. It's coming out next week, like officially. It was on early access, but
It
oh my god, a
literally...
little green monkey! Ah!
It is essentially Pokemon with guns, because that looks like one of the Pokemans. Oh my goodness.
That looks awesome. We have to play this.
It's a beetle!
I know I'm about to play it.
Well, for those of you that are excited about this game, January 19th, doesn't really tell you a price, but just add it to your wish list.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, so
Nice.
we'll just go ahead and add that for you.
Oh,
I'll add it later.
no, I know you will.
But that is about all the games that are coming to Game Pass during this month.
Nice. That's
So,
a nice little selection to add to the already expansive library. Another plus to Xbox. Their Game Pass library is very expansive, and I'm into that.
Go ahead, just say that one more time closer to the mic. Xbox is better than
No,
PlayStation.
no, because PlayStation also has an expansive library. They've got a lot of classic games on there.
You said it had a bigger,
I did not. I said it has quite.
better.
I said quite the expansive. I did not say it was bigger, nor did I say it was better. If you play back the clip, you'll see that.
Better games, better quality, better bit. No, I'm just playing.
Let's get into some gaming news. Speaking of, I know a little bit ago I referenced my favorite little purple dragon, and there's even more speculation, just like in the last episode, that there's going to be a new Spyro game coming out. Now, obviously, the last hype about it was false, because one of the main artists in the game, he went on Reddit and was like, look, I've never heard of this, so if it's happening, it doesn't involve me, which a lot of folks took as, okay, so it's not happening. And obviously the game didn't drop, nor did the official announcement get released. So no, there's, to this point, no new Spyro game. However, for 2024, well, on January 5th, 2024, the official Spyro the Dragon Twitter account tweeted a picture of Spyro on a skateboard rocket thing that says, "You gotta believe," and he captioned it 2024 motto. So a lot of people are taking this as there's going to be an announcement sometime this year of a new Spyro game or some kind of reboot of the franchise like the Reignited series. I think people need to calm down. I am in the camp of people that would love a new Spyro game or even a re-release of the original trilogy's already been done. So like any of the other Spyro trilogies, like the there's a whole Spyro trilogy that I can't remember the name of that basically ripped off Lord of the Rings and even had Frodo Baggins voice act Spyro, which is accurate. But
Okay.
Elijah Wood, that's his name. Elijah Wood actually voiced Spyro in that trilogy, where Tom Kenny's actually the one who did Spyro in the Reignited trilogy and the original Spyro 2 and Spyro 3. But I digress. My point is I want a new Spyro game. I want Spyro to re-enter the collective conscious culture, whatever have you. But Spyro also is already an established popular little dude game franchise, what have you.
Yes.
So I think they're just staying relevant. And I think that's fair to say, because you want to stay relevant so people keep playing your games. And also he was just added, or no, I don't think he was just added. There were some new Spyro characters that were added to the Crash Team Rumble roster. So,
Nice.
yeah. So I'm gonna put my hype for Spyro on the back burner and recommend others do the same until there's an official announcement. Like, this is a single tweet. We just want a new game so bad that we will take any crumb of news about Spyro.
You guys are just waiting for it.
So much.
And it's fine.
Yeah, go for it.
Because,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I'm reading here, it's looking like Xbox is going to be...
Fans are hopeful that Xbox that has a similar plan, because Xbox did acquire Spyro last year. So if there is a new Spyro game out next year, they better not mess with my Purple Dragon too much, or I will fight Microsoft.
I'm just saying.
As long as it's a fun, cute game, I'm down. There's not much you can mess up with a Spyro game.
There's a lot you can mess up.
I know.
Give it to the wrong developers, it could
I know.
severely flop.
I already have. I've got complaints already about Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon, which is not a bad game. Actually, I have a lot of good to say about that game, but I do have a couple key complaints, but I'll save that for the game review, so look out for that. There's a lot of other games. It's going to be a while before I replay or review Spyro 3, but yeah, it's overall a really good game, but there are just a couple key complaints I have. Namely,
As one should.
Yeah. Spyro 2, I don't have many complaints about. That was just a perfect game, and I love it. And fight me.
We'll fight on the games.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you can't seem to accept that Xbox is better than PlayStation on any sort of conversation. So
Never.
let's go ahead and move away from
Yeah.
our consoles and go on to
wars.
our handhelds in news.
Yes, good segue. I like that.
So, how do you feel about the Nintendo Switch as a whole? Like,
I think it's a great idea. I thought that was a very good concept just in general, and it was executed really well. I like that it's a handheld console. It's very big, but that honestly makes it better for, say, you're on a road trip, you're on a plane, you're just traveling, not at your house, obviously. And you can play your Breath of the Wild, you can play whatever game you want on there, your Animal Crossing, anywhere you want. But if you want a bigger experience, you can just, plug into the HDMI, play it on the TV, and let everyone watch, let everyone enjoy. Makes multiplayer a lot better, especially for when you're doing everyone in the same room type games instead of online multiplayer. Like, say, with a Nintendo DS, you could kind of do that, I think.
took a little tinkering, but
Yeah, but this one is just built into the software. So I thought Nintendo Switch, the hype was well deserved for the Switch.
yes.
And the fact that the little Joy-Cons come off and you can play with it that way, it's a very versatile experience. Is, I think, the best word for it. So 10 out of 10 console, if you ask me. And Nintendo doesn't really put out crap products, in my opinion. Like, okay.
The original DS was kind of crappy, but I mean, came out when we were kids. Technology wasn't as advanced as it was now.
Yeah.
So
The DSi was good. I love the DSi. I had the XL one. I played the frick out of some Mario Kart on that thing, I tell you what.
now I would say the DSi had some promising key components in it, as far as like the way the cameras were integrated into a lot of the games, but as far as DSi itself goes, still kind of on the short end of Nintendo's products, in my opinion anyways. Really, it didn't get too much for me until it was the Nintendo 3DS.
See, I never played with a 3DS. It looked cool.
Neither have I. I only messed with it in the Targets.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I never even did that, so it's closer than I got.
It's definitely a similar size to the Nintendo Switch, actually. Maybe like an inch or two smaller, but the graphics on it were pretty amazing.
All right.
They had a lot of Pokemon like editions. You'd get a special edition of the 3DS, and it would have like one of the legendary Pokemons etched into the like the flip up screen.
Okay, cute.
So it was a lot of fun, like seeing it like come up from what I saw as a kid to where we are now with the Nintendo Switch. So.
And now, apparently, if this press release is anything to be believed, we may be getting a Nintendo Switch 2 coming this fall.
Kind of interested to see what we're changing, because usually when there's a 2, there's something that's...
Right, it's already a handheld device, a console, so to speak. Like, it kind of does the best of all worlds, if you ask me, because it's just good.
And there's already an OLED edition, so it's... which is the HD.
Okay.
Maybe for the second one, they'll make it as indestructible as it used to be.
Fair enough.
That's.
I know that was a big complaint.
Thinking.
That was a big complaint, wasn't it? The Joy-Cons breaking a lot early on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
well,
that's how it is with any new technology. You gotta work out the kinks.
It's true. It looks like. Well, there is the one thing that is confirmed is the return of Game Shark, which is I think pretty awesome. They're calling it AI Shark now. But in the press release for AI Shark, according to this article on GameSpot, it not only describes what the returning brand will do in its new AI form, but also mentions that the new tech's official launch is scheduled to coincide the Nintendo Switch 2 in September 2024. Though Nintendo themselves has not actually released any information about any new console, especially not a V2 of the Nintendo Switch. So, let's see.
Nintendo has not commented on the statement.
No,
it's true. Later
on it says, though, that the company told Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier that they're just guessing on the release date. Alltech Lansing. This wasn't Nintendo. This was Alltech Lansing, the people who are bringing that Game Shark. They said that they were just guessing on the release date, but GameSpot, the author of the article is Jason Finelli, and he speculates that this could just be an attempt at damage control. So either they are just guessing and people are getting too excited, or this is a leak and somebody's getting fired.
Somebody's definitely getting fired.
There are new titles coming out from the Nintendo coming next year or this year. Another Code Collection, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and Princess Peach Showtime. So, even if there isn't a new console coming out, there is still plenty for Nintendo fans to be excited about this year. So, we've got that.
All right.
I'm into that. Wait, is there a new... I see Tom Nook here. I gotta see if Animal Crossing's doing a thing this year. Because I like Animal Crossing. Let's see. More than 3 years after its release. New Animal Crossing New Horizons. Yep, it's still very popular. That's pretty much what this little section of the article is saying. It's not... I'm not... This isn't a
said something about they added a DLC, but...
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, the Happy Home Paradise DLC. I think I've heard of this. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder what that is, though. I'm going to look into that real quick while we're on this.
By all means.
Expand your horizons with DLC. Create vacation homes for clients. Oh, does this mean you can actually edit the homes for your villagers?
Looks like you're making Airbnbs.
I'm into that. What's funny is you already kind of do that with the with new villagers on your campsite, because how you get them to stay on your island is not... And the first couple villagers you just talk to and they move in, but if they come to your campsite, you usually have to craft stuff for them to get them to stay. So there's that.
Sounds like kidnapping with extra steps, but
I wouldn't
okay.
call it kidnapping. I'd say it's more like bribery.
Kidnapping, but with extra steps.
So it's probably just expanding on that, and I think that's cute. Oh my god, there's a manatee villager. Or no, it's not a villager.
It's a manatee in a costume.
looks like he's part of the Happy Home team. So it always says, here we go. Happy Home Paradise DLC includes choose a character you'd like to design a vacation home for and personalize home exteriors and interiors. Okay, yeah, so it's basically what you do for your own house, but for other villagers, and it says you're not limited to your own inventory. So, I mean, yeah, Animal Crossing fans look forward to that. And other than complaining about the Prince of Persia design, which I don't even know if I want to get into, is there anything else? I don't think that wraps. Let's just stop while we're ahead and wrap it up there. I think there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. This is a really good start to the year. The Steam Awards are questionable, but I can give it to them that at least it was chosen by the fans and not like some committee.
Some good options. Most of them are a little iffy, but you know.
It's all a popularity contest when you let the general public vote on stuff. So. Yep. Can't help that. People like what they like, and what's popular is popular, generally for a reason, whether it's a good reason or a bad reason.
Yeah. Can't hate them for it.
Nah, but we
can't like them for it.
We can judge you for it, though.
And we will. Intensely.
And with close scrutiny. I think
do better.
That's all we've got, I think, for this episode of Gingerforce Apocalypse, the podcast. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw in my commentary, there's even more pages on BritRochelle.com. I've got lots of socials. All the links are there. That's my special little hub for all that. So I hope you check it out and share this podcast with your friends.
And I'm still only on Twitch TV here at Muffin Sincere. More socials are coming soon.
Woo!
Thanks again for tuning in. Mm-hmm. I'm Josh.
And I'm Britt.
And we'll see you on the next one.
They were never seen again.
Okay.
That was a good